So I'll move on to my next topic about long format video. So I would like to know, firstly, I'll start with Ashwini, that how is this long format video? Basically, what is the process to design it? Like we have seen so many like interview series happening, or a certain experience is being shown of a certain like brand which are into services. So they show a certain the experience for that, how it goes over a period of time. So how is basically like how is this full process of creating this long format video content for a particular brand? How does it basically work out?
Okay. See, definitely short form videos are taking over the internet, taking over video marketing, but it doesn't mean, it's an end all for long content basically. Now, see, there are a lot of brands that are leveraging long form content. One exemplary brand that I can think of at this point of time is Harley Davidson. See, Harley Davidson has created itself quite a big mark in the industry today. So whenever I go through their videos are typically from 15 to 30 minutes. That is the usual time duration that each video takes up. And their content is very different, right? So they start off from the point where they talk about riding academy. They give you a riding academy. They talk about different functionality that the product has to offer, and they compare it with the other products as well. Say, for example, Royal Enfield, and a lot of other things. But one thing that they do, and something that we all should try out, is sharing that customer's experience. Customer, so whenever a new customer buys that bike and takes on a ride to a highway or something, they share that video and that goes on the Harley Davidson's channel. So when you give a forum to talk to your customer, when you give a forum for the customers to talk, about the brand, about what is a good thing that you've seen, the bad things, everything, I think that really builds that. Again, I will stand by the term authenticity, which is the most important thing for any brand to build, right? So, and what really happens is, in the long form content, what every marketer should focus on is to humanize the entire process, right? So as long as brands are building that relationship with the customers, the longer the brands are going to stay in the market. So not just that, I think there are a lot of other brands today, they have realized this fact to humanize the entire process. They come up with different sort of a strategy that relates to them, that relates to the brand, and eventually those kind of brands do stay for a longer period of time. And see, one more very important thing is, see, as long as your videos are entertaining, or something like a Bollywood sort of a thing, that appeals to a mass audience. But when it is more informative, when it is something, when you're solving a particular problem that is not a very important thing, what really happens is, it needs to be exact. It needs to be very enticing. It needs to be I want to be hooked upon those kind of videos to keep it coming back again and again, right? So make it flashy, make it look nicer. Think about different creative ways as how you can approach to a particular problem. And I really don't want to know different products in the market. I want to know the solution for a particular product, for a particular problem that I am facing. So I think, as a marketer, as a content creator, you should be focused on two important things. First is to make sure that it is as creative as possible, right? That is one important thing. And the second important thing is to make sure that you humanize the process, you connect with the audience, you talk in the language of your customer. So I think that really makes a mark there, is what I believe.
That's right. That's an amazing point of humanizing the brand. I mean, the language, excuse me, a language that the customers are speaking, and that is the purpose behind creating love. So that's an amazing point. So Rushi, could you then come in here? Like, how do you feel long form content, should be? How is it basically designed? Like when you have a brand and it wants to get into this long format content creation strategy, like what should it look at? This?
Yeah, the main focus of for any brand by doing this long form content should be to build the trust. So since we are all getting more into and digital products, and since we are all working from home, so the more of automation coming into the picture. And as Ashwini mentioned, the automation should happen, but it should eventually do is in a humanized way. So basically here you should try to build that human touch by creating a long form content like interviews with your industry peers, or you can showcase what you are building in internally. Like you can just come and do a 20-minute or 30-minute video like you are using my app, right? So this all the front end was designed by this particular person. So what kind of challenges you do face, and the whole database analyzed by this particular person with his team. So what kind of challenges you do face, and how he is going to come up with a better idea so that the user experience will be seamless. So how the backend work, you can try to do it in a video. Apart from this, you can, as Ashwini is mentioning, Harley Davidson do creates and user testimonials in such a way that everyone want to, watch at least one more time. That sort of. So basically, here you can interact because Harley Davidson is a B2C product, but it is ultra premium product. Here, since the lot of companies come into the B2C or B2B things, so here you can try gathering a couple of your users who really love your product or love your service. You can gather them, and you can just do a long form of testimonial, so which speaks for your brand itself. So basically, this sort of videos have a large amount of shares. The views might be less, but the watch time will eventually go up a lot, and you can put all this into your landing page or in your homepage of your website, or like this builds a lot of trust. So trust is the one of the difficult part to build, and once it is built, it becomes so easy for you to go and do a business with your users. So even if you have done a couple of things wrong, there is high probability that your users are going to, okay, it happens, even because you have shown that these are the people who are building these products. You have shown that these are our users who are happy to use our products. But yes, they do have a little bit of concerns in between, but that's what it happens. Since we are all humans, we are building it for humans. So basically, long form content should be on. You can build a playlist around it if you are focusing on YouTube, since YouTube is the only way you can do a long form video content. You can build a playlist of interviews with your peers, or doing an internal work. You can do an interviews with your internal team members on what they are building, how they are building, what kind of challenges they do face on daily basis, how they are battling and giving the best experience and the seamless flow for users. And third will be like creating an not just 30 seconds user testimonial. So do and go and create a like 15, 20 member user testimonial at a time. If you wish, even you can go and do a webinars on or YouTube live for your product demos. So where the like CEO or the higher management will is going to explain to the users the interaction to build that interaction and the engagement.
Great. Yes, yes. Building trust is a very good point, because if you are showing the back end, you're showcasing certain things with your employees or your customers in the terms of long testimonials, that is again building trust. So you have to then focus as a marketer, what area you want to cover in building trust, what all has to be communicated, whether about the employees, the customers, or
Okay.
certain pain points that you've established of your, which is with the products and services, the people are able to, have a greater experience per se and overcome certain problems. If you showcase all that in a strategic way, that's what I feel long form content can be utilized in a great way.